Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here with our daily astrological reading, and today is Wednesday, August 2nd. And today, the only thing that I see happening is that the moon, which was just full in Aquarius, is moving into Pisces. So if you remember yesterday, I talked a lot about flow and letting the light shine on your unique sense of enlightenment. And today, the flow continues. The moon moves into Pisces. It is basically peak flow. And we are continuing that engagement with the idea of flowing. What do I mean by that? In case that's a little vague. I mean that I want us to approach all that we do. Approach our boundaries, approach our conversations, especially our innermost worlds, our inner thoughts, our imaginations, our intuitions. When we approach really any aspect of our lives, especially right now, I want us to be open and flexible. While I wanted us to lock in earlier in the week in preparation for the full moon into our self-trust, especially around details, intellectual approaches, enlightened thoughts, things like that. I wanted us to just trust ourselves and lock in. I think now that the moon since it's moving on from being full and it's starting to approach a time of review, approaching another new moon, approaching the new moon coming up, obviously in a couple weeks, I think being in that flow is being called for now. So while I was kind of like lock in for the full moon, now that we're past the full moon, and especially because the moon moves right into Pisces, I think what we're calling for now is the beginning, but also a continuation of this sense of flow. So still trusting ourselves, guys, for sure, but now moving into a place where we can continue to go forward trusting ourselves, but we can do so with a forward momentum that is fluid. Meaning we can have our foundation steady, but we can glide over that foundation a little bit more smoothly. I think we need to be flexible starting right now, especially in our beliefs. So while the reason I wanted us to focus so intently on self-trust earlier in the week is so that we could come to some conclusions that now we can flow forward with. We don't have to change those conclusions. If we find new information, we can. But right now, I want us to take the lessons from the full moon, take the lessons we learned from trusting ourselves, and then let it all flow in and out as it goes. Let your intuition start to speak to you a little bit more. Let your boundaries be a little bit more flexible, especially your emotional boundaries. Give in to flexibility and go with the flow. That's going to be the key coming up soon. That's the key for today for sure. That's how I'm going to approach today. Almost as if I'm floating in a lazy river, something like that, where you are just kind of going with the flow. You're looking around you. You trust yourself. You trust that you're secure. But you just want to start looking around you, letting things come and go, and not thinking so rigid, not feeling so stuck in one place. That's why I wanted us to lock in earlier in the week. Now that we have locked in on those things, let's let everything flow. Leave rigidity behind after this full moon, and let's start reviewing and preparing for the new moon by letting flow take over. That's what I'm going to do today. I'll see you tomorrow.